It's the starting gun for the busiest time of year in the tech industry. IFA Berlin is kicking off Europe's largest trade show with more folding phones and robot lawnmowers than anyone could possibly need. France 24's tech editor Peter O'Brien is standing by in Berlin. Peter, IFA is now nearly 100 years old. What's it like to be there?
It's absolutely gargantuan. This hall behind me is one of about 20 that I've counted that are stuffed to the brim with consumable electronics. And IFA's niche is really smart homes. That's how it tries to separate itself from other big trade shows like CES in the US. And that's why Samsung has an enormous platform here, about 100 square meters of smart fridges, smart cookers, smart vacuum cleaners, TVs, everything, all the tech you could possibly shake a stick at. Now, in the press area yesterday, I did kind of notice that, as you say, this 100-year anniversary event is coming up next year. And I think most of the spotlight might be on that, so perhaps a more muted year this year.
And Peter, what is some of the wackiest gadgets you've seen? I did listen to when you said smart vacuum cleaner, and I'm curious to know what exactly that is.
A smart vacuum cleaner, yes. I mean, it's just one of the many things that they're trying to make smart. Pretty much anything that can go in your house these days, there's someone out there trying to make a smart version. I saw a sous vide cooker. I don't know if you know about sous vide cooking, but it's when you put the food in a vacuum pack and put it under warm water and cook it for a long, long time. Now you can get one of those that will do that in your kitchen. And it has a screen, has recipes. So it really is absolutely everything that you could want to be smart, they'll make smart. But now there are a couple of concerns about this. One is that this time last year, an industry standard called Matter released, which is backed by a lot of the big boys, Google, Apple, Samsung. And it was supposed to sort of make all this tech from the different smart home companies work together. So you can have a plethora of gadgets from different companies. But really, we've not seen a huge amount of progress in this first year. I mean, beyond turning on and off light bulbs and turning on and off switches, we're still yet to see really interoperable smart home tech. And the other thing is, of course, privacy. I mean, that remains a big concern. As long as you're using anything that's going to be sending data to Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, people are going to start thinking, well, that data could always be used, come into the wrong hands or be used for reasons that you wouldn't necessarily want. So that remains a big concern. Of course, not many people here willing to talk about that.
Especially if you have a smart fridge and people know what groceries you buy. That's very weird. Let's talk about the smartphone market, which has been in decline, Peter. Are you seeing anything there that could, turn things around?
Yeah, just on the smart fridges, Samsung has unveiled Samsung Food here, which will read what's in your fridge and propose recipes based upon it. Now, if we turn to smartphones, you're right. We've seen quarter after quarter of declining sales. And this is having an impact. I mean, this is potentially one of the reasons why we're looking to ever more ludicrous, if I could say, things to try and excite people, like folding phones. I mean, we saw Honor, which is the spin-off from Huawei, announce a folding phone that's meant to look like a luxury handbag. Not sure who asked for that, but there you go. One sector, though, that is doing very well, and that's perhaps why they're marketing this kind of product, is the very high-end smartphones. So they're still seeing good sales, as is, on the other end of the spectrum, sustainable phones and second-hand phones. So their sales are doing well for those. Fairphone 5, the latest version of the Fairphone, was announced in time for IFA this week. And that one, for instance, I was talking to their managing director yesterday, has seen about fifth growth over the last 9 months, when you've seen the rest of the market go down about a fifth. So it does show, maybe it's a glimmer of hope to show that people aren't necessarily sacrificing sustainability when it comes to, even though their pockets are quite dry at the moment, given the economic context.
There's nothing like a good old flip phone, Peter. Thank you very much for that. Peter O'Brien reporting there for us from IFA in Berlin.